Hello, I'm Arnav.
And I am Ashita. We are from Ashita Arnav Innovations, and today we are going to discuss about Pythagorean triplets and Pythagoras theorem. Consider a right angle triangle with side A, B and C. The Pythagoras theorem says that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Considering this angle, B is the base and A is the perpendicular, and considering this angle, A is the base and B is the perpendicular, and C is always the hypotenuse. This is a right angle triangle. As per the Pythagoras theorem, the sum of the square of the shorter two sides equal to the square of the longer side, which is A square plus B square is C square. So we can always use similar shapes at these sides like a semicircle, a square, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon and all. Even if we put three similar shapes on these sides, the rule that this area plus this area equals this area still holds, because if we multiply it by proportionality constant, which is this square has some proportional to this semicircle, then this proportionality constant will always cancel and gives us the same Pythagoras theorem.
So let in a right angle triangle, this length be A, this length be B and this length be C. So the sum of this area of the A square and this is B square should be equal to C square.
Which is the sum of the two smaller squares of the two smaller sides of a triangle equals the square of the largest side.
So we can see that the square of side length C is completely filled, and hence the sum of this area of B side length B plus of A is equal to the area of C square.
Let this be a right angle triangle. This side be A and this side be B and this side is C. We know that A squared plus B squared gives C squared. So I have just made a square, and now I am going to just move all the counters which I have denoted as areas, and then if it covers all the squares, then I have verified that Pythagoras theorem is true. So here we are. A squared plus B squared gives C squared. Consider a right angle triangle with side A, B and C. Hence this area is A square, this is B square and this is C square. I consider three more congruent triangles. Now I rearrange. Consider the square and this arrangement of the four congruent triangles I earlier had. And now this area equals C square, because this orange part was C square as earlier stated. Now, so this remaining area is also C square. Now I rearrange these triangles. Rearranging does not change the area. Hence this remaining part is B square, this was A square and this is B square. Hence A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Consider a right angle triangle with sides A, B and C. Since this area is A squared, this is B squared and this is C squared, we are going to prove that A squared plus B squared is C squared. For this square, I take the diagonals and find the center point of the square, which comes out to be this. Parallel to the hypotenuse, and on that point, I make this line and cut that square, and a line perpendicular to it passing through the center of the square, and this, which divides the square into four parts. Now this area of these brown parts is equal to a squared because the area of the square is a squared. This was c squared, this is b squared. Now consider this. These brown parts had the area of a square. Now I am going to rearrange this. Like this, and the last piece goes there. Remember, the area of the brown pieces was a squared, the area of the blue piece was c squared, and this is b squared. Hence, a squared plus b squared gives c squared. If ABC is a right angle triangle, then the triplet a comma b comma c is called the Pythagorean triplet. And for an odd integer like 3, if I want to find the whole Pythagorean triplet, I'll square 3, which is 9. I'll do half of 9, which is 9 by 2, which is 4.5. And then I'll take an integer before 4.5 and then after 4.5, which is 4, 5 respectively. So the triplet comes out to be 3, 4, 5. Next, if I want to do it with 5 squared, 25. 25 by 2 is 12.5. Integer before 12, 0.5 is 12 and then 13. 5, 12, 13. Similarly, if I do it with 7 squared, 49. 49 by 2 is 24.5. Integer before 24.5, integer after 24.5, it comes 7, 24, 25. For even number like 6, we need to consider a form 2a, a square minus 1 and a squared plus 1, where 2a is an even number and these two are the other member of its triplet. Like for example, for 6, the value of a is 3 because twice of 3 is 6. So we need 3 squared minus 1 and 3 squared plus 1, and which gives me the triplet 6, 8 and 10. Likewise for if I do it for 8, so half of 8 is 4, 4 squared minus 1 and 4 squared plus 1. This gives me 8, 16 minus 1, 15, 16 plus 1, 17. So these are the basically the triplets, and these 5 at least must be remembered because they are used. Now if we need to know that why this always works, I do have a proof for this. For odd numbers, I told you, like if I consider 2n minus 1 to be an odd number, I told you to square it, then half of that square minus 1 and half of that squared plus 1. It's actually the greatest integer, which means that now you can easily prove it like this. This is to be the smallest of them, this has to be the largest of them, and this is the middle value, so I'll have to square. And you can easily verify this. Now for the same formula, we divide by c square. So this comes out to be something like this. A, B, C are arbitrary constant but follow this relation. So this is actually not arbitrary. And A by C, let it be x. B by C, let it be y. And this is 1. And if you look at that, it looks like equation of a unit circle with center as origin. So I'll make a circle there for you and tell you what this literally means. So this is a compass kind of thing we have made from our normal pens. And now I'll make a coordinate axis. This vertical one is known as the y-axis and this horizontal one is known as the x-axis, and the point where they meet is known as the origin. Now what I'm going to tell you is any point on the circle has a distance 1, and this coordinate x comma y, where x is the distance from y axis, which implies this is x, and hence this is also x. Also y is the distance from the x axis, so this is supposed to be y, so hence it follows x squared plus y squared is 1. Pythagoras theorem.
Day 41, lockdown, stay safe and stay at home.